Mostly what I remember from my childhood is that like there aren't too many instances where I remember looking back being a kid where my mom was around. Like I would think all day long, like when is she coming home? And then she would get home and she would lock herself in her bedroom. And then like when my mom was around, she would say awful things. Like I distinctly remember my mom saying, well, you know, don't ever have kids. Because kids just ruin your life. Once you have kids, you can't do anything that you really want to do. And my stepdad was an alcoholic, and he was really abusive. And I know, like I remember them fighting. At night, I remember hearing them argue. And then my biological father, he was always in and out of prison. He was a heroin addict. He was also a well-known gang member. We would get letters from him all the time, and my mom would either read them to us or she would let us read them. And then my dad would call, and I would always know when he was calling because, or that he was in prison, because that's when he called and that's when the letters came. And I always knew when he was out because the letters would stop and the phone calls would stop. I just couldn't understand why he wasn't with me. You know, there were so many things going on in my life, like the abuse from my stepdad and being neglected from my mom. Like I always just wondered like why my dad wasn't there to either protect us from that or take us away from that, or just to be around to make things different, you know. When I was about 10 or 11, my stepdad ended up going away for a long time. And my older brother was like he was a bully. He used to like push us around, tell us what to do. His thing was always like, well, I'm in charge and you can't do anything about it. And mom left me in charge and I'm the boss. And so he was mean. He would like hit on us while my mom was gone. He'd call us names. You know, I remember several times like hiding under the table from my brother. My sister spent a lot of time like locked in the bathroom. She was really afraid of him. And I spent most of like my childhood, teenage years like being locked in my bedroom, kind of just feeling hopeless and being really, really mad at everyone. You know, I went to prison because I was hanging out with the wrong people and doing the wrong things. And I think up until like probably about 2 years ago, I blamed it all on my mom. I blamed my mom I blamed my mom for being there and my dad for not being there. Like if she hadn't been there, things would have been better, and if he had been there, she wouldn't have been so bad.